Welcome back, everyone. According to the White House, the number of illegal border crossings has dropped significantly since President Biden announced new restrictions on asylum last month. But the number of migrants who are dying at our border continues to climb, and that's especially true in the community of Sunland Park, New Mexico, where a small, overburdened fire department finds itself stretched thin, trying to save lives and retrieve bodies in unforgiving, deadly terrain. In southern New Mexico, the summer sun scorches the desert floor. Temperatures rise above 100 degrees. And almost daily, the Sunland Park Fire Department is called to remote corners of this desert to rescue stranded migrants or, tragically, recover their lifeless bodies.
I think everything is being funneled down through Sunland Park, and that's why we are seeing so much rise in body recoveries and injuries with migrants.
Captain Abraham Garcia is a 20-year veteran of the Sunland Park Fire Department. He started with the agency when he was 19, but these days, he and his fellow firefighters are adapting to a new and challenging reality.
All career, we've been taught EMS, fire, snake, bees, the usual stuff for us. Now it's body recoveries in the river, all the traumas off the wall, so it's just we have to change our tactics a little bit to accommodate what's happening here in this environment.
Sunland Park is part of the El Paso sector of the Border Patrol. And according to Customs and Border Protection, migrant deaths in this sector have surged, more than doubling from 2022 to 2023.
There was 149 deaths, 90 last year, which is a high number for us. That's high, and 149 deaths, and 90% of them were out here in this desert, right?
And with extreme heat and stricter border policies now in place, the death toll could climb even higher.
Last year was a shocker, if you will. We had in Doña Ana County, southern Doña Ana County, I might add, we had 130 some plus body recoveries. All of them were migrants. All of them, we assume, succumbed to heat injuries. They were all in the summer.
Danny Medrano is the fire chief in Sunland Park. He oversees an agency with 24 firefighters and 2 stations. They respond to fires and medical emergencies, but Medrano says his department is also dedicating significant resources to assisting Border Patrol with migrant rescues and recoveries.
I get an argument that they're migrants. Why are we working so hard on migrants? When I take an oath, or any of my guys, any firefighter around the world takes an oath to wear this badge, it's not for the citizens. It's not for the people who pay taxes or whatever. It's for all human beings. And that's what we're doing. We're treating every human being the same, equal.
So that's going to trigger our ice bath protocol.
This year, the Sunland Park Fire Department adopted a new method for immersing heat stroke patients in ice-filled bags. Demonstrated here, the idea is to bring body temperatures down much faster.
I by no means take full credit for this because I reach out. I reach out to my guys. I need ideas. What do you think? And together we came up with what we're using today. And even last week we did a couple little tweaks, to make sure that we're doing the best we can for these patients.
The new approach seems to be working, but the desert sun is still a deadly foe. This year alone, the agency has recovered more than 20 bodies. The loss of life chronicled on the department's social media pages and on this whiteboard in Station 2, where the count keeps climbing. Okay, so what's happening that makes our terrain so deadly? Well, we all know the desert gets really hot, but we often have little to no humidity, and humidity is what controls surface temperatures. So without any humidity, the surface of the ground gets incredibly hot. The ground is trying to kill you when it's 107 or 108 degrees. Often in those conditions, the surface temperature of the sand can exceed 140 degrees.
In some of those cases, I mean, you're out there, it's 110, body's been sitting there for a while, and you can see in the body blisters, just the damage that the environment has already done.
People that are conducting the investigations take temperatures of not necessarily just the body, but also the surrounding area. And so yesterday, the temperature around the body in the sand was 156 degrees.
We have eyes on it?
Last month, the tragic situation in Sunland Park took a devastating turn. Firefighters were called to recover the bodies of 3 migrants who drowned while attempting to cross the muddy waters of the Rio Grande.
When we arrived, they had pulled one out, and they were attempting to rescue the other 4.
Battalion Chief Ramiro Rios was there that day.
Unfortunately, by the time we got on scene, we could see the bodies, and they were already face down and then just floating down river with the current.
The chaotic scene that day stretched to the Texas side of the river amidst the razor wire meant to deter migrants from crossing the border.
You feel for these people. You feel the desperation of them leaving their country and trying to come here, but to get here and die within yards of the border wall, to die within half a mile of the border wall, or make it all the way through the desert and then drown in the Rio Grande of all places. It's just difficult to understand.
And it takes a toll on the young firefighters in Sunland Park.
It's I can't describe the feeling. It's a weird, not normal feeling, or it's just different.
Luis Marquez helped to recover the migrants who drowned in the river.
At the moment, it's just it's part of work. It's we just gotta get it done. But after a while, it does hit you like, oh, it was a human life, or unfortunately did perish and did pass away. So
the veteran firefighters do what they can to help their younger colleagues cope, but they know that summer is just starting.
When I was young and I started doing this and I wanted to do this, I knew that there was going to be, death and risk and all that. It comes with the job. But these past 2 years, I mean, we've seen so much that it's become a new normal, and it changes you. But between crews talking, as you saw when you came into the station, we were sitting at the table, we were already BSing with each other, and that's how we get through all this stuff, because it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon.
So, I mean, we just heard him say, this is our new normal. I mean, how do they deal with that at this point?
Well, I mean, they're very proud of the work that they're doing. They're proud to help with Border Patrol out there with these recoveries, but the resources, right? I mean, this is a very small department. A shift might have 6 firefighters. And if you have several of them out in the desert for hours in a body recovery, then there's a fire in Sunland Park. I mean, it is an issue. So they're trying to kind of figure out a way to make this work and perhaps get other resources into their area.
That was a really, really good story. And it was good because to see that perspective, I mean, we do these stories all the time on the news and we see it from a very mechanical perspective, but to feel their feelings, to know what they're going through, that was an important perspective, I think.
Yeah, and really, as you mentioned, they're just getting started. There are a lot of hot months still ahead.
Yeah, Robert, thank you.